Hey guys, and welcome into a new video today on the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Please enjoy the Madden gameplay in the background. Obviously this is just from our Giants franchise that has since been discontinued, but just something as a little background thing for you guys to watch while we just talk about the announcement today. So an announcement came out today from Madden that Madden is going to be releasing a trailer type thing on June 1st. So June 1st is going to be when they come out and they tell us what's going to be or whatever it's going to be. So it's like a first look thing is kind of where they're going with it. It's kind of where we're at. So I kind of want to make a video here today and just kind of talk about what I want from the Madden 21 first look. Just kind of see where we're at and just kind of hopes. These aren't going to be outlandish. These are going to be kind of basic things that I want. If you guys are new to the channel, of course, please be sure to leave a like on the video as it does help me out a lot. Even if you don't plan on sticking around, if you leave a like, it does help me out a ton. And, of course, if you are new as well and you do like the content and want to see more, just be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn all those notifications on. But overall, like I was saying, I mean, this is kind of weird. It's a little bit different. They're not really telling us much about it. They just dropped a date. We don't know if it's going to be a trailer, if it's going to be a gameplay, what it's really going to be, but we hope for the best. Now, I have just about 5 things listed out. I guess it's technically 6, but really there's not much for one that I have listed out. I just want to talk about, and like I said, we're just gonna have a little conversation about it, and we'll see where it goes from there. All I have is the topics down that I want to talk about. I don't really have any notes on it, so it's pretty much just gonna be a freelance conversation. Please be sure to be in the conversation as well in the comment section below. Let's all get talking about what we want from Madden 21, because obviously the Madden community is a very huge community, and there's a lot of people that are very unhappy with this game the past 2 years as the product has just been poor. I mean, the guy who won the Madden tournament ran only running plays the whole tournament, and he won the whole thing, that's such an exploited, broken game. If you're able to do that, that really made me upset when I saw it. When other places like Bleacher Report and stuff were praising it, like, oh, he had Tress Way as his quarterback and he won the whole thing because he never passed it. That's an exploitation. That's not a skill. If he has never run a run play, you think by the championship you're not sending pretty much everybody at him. I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyway, when you go to what I want, the first thing I want, obviously, this is just a small thing. It's not really counting. It's kind of like an extra. It's just I want a release date. I think that they'll obviously tell us, but I want us an actual date. I want to say August. I don't want to say September. I don't want it to say anything else like that. I want to see an actual date that we know, okay, this is when it's coming out. Because also what that tells us is that if it's very soon, if it's like middle July like it has been, I'm not really sure how we're going to feel about that game, because in reality, they've had a lot of these past few months, since pretty much all of 2020, that they can't really work at full force. They haven't been able to do that. So for them to be at a place where, they're going to be releasing this game kind of early, I'd rather be in August. I'd rather be sometime in August. But overall, I want to know when the actual game is going to be coming out, because that is something I really want. And another thing that's not really a huge thing, actually, I guess it is. So we'll make this number 1. There's going to be 6 topics total. It's the jerseys. I want to see a lot of new teams have rebranded. That means the Buccaneers. That means the Chargers. Who else? The Rams are new as well. The Browns. There's a lot of teams that have redesigned their jerseys. Some of them have just remarketed their whole team, like the Rams. I want to see at least some of them in that trailer or gameplay or whatever we're getting this first look at Madden. I want to see what they look like. I want to see Tom Brady in a new Buccaneers uniform, I want to see like Austin Eckler or Justin Herbert in a Chargers uniform, There's definitely a lot of things you can do. Odell doing something in a Browns uniform. There's a lot of stuff that can get done, and I want to see that. Because those are going to be some of the more fun things to do. Those teams that all got rebranded are going to be some of the most fun teams to do franchises with. A lot of YouTubers that do these franchises, like I do it myself. Obviously, I started a little bit late and it's kind of been discontinued, but I'm going to want to use a team that has new branded. I mean, this year, before I even started YouTube, my franchise, I always do a fantasy draft franchise at the beginning of the year. It's one of my first things I do. I did it with the Jets. Why? Because they got rebranded. I wanted to try out all the new Jets stuff. Going into this year, I'm looking at maybe the Chargers. I like the Chargers uniforms. There's a lot of different things you can do. It's definitely something to look at. I really want to be able to see at least some of the new equipment and jerseys that the teams have done. I think it's going to be a very big selling point for them to show, hey, look, this is how your team is going to look. Because if you're a fan of those teams, if you're a Buccaneers fan, you're already so excited for the season, you don't want to look and them not show you in the trailer, and then you get the game, and maybe the uniforms look a little off, or maybe they look weird and they have to get tuned halfway down the line. I want to know, okay, let's look at what these look like. These should look perfect, and let's see what they are. And I think that they should be able to do that. It's not asking too much for them in a first look setting. But moving on to topic number 2, I want to see different animations. I want to see something I have never seen before in Madden. Um, they kind of did that in that little display trailer thing with Mahomes, but they didn't at the same time. He did the same breaking tackle, spinning around animation that we've seen in every Madden since like Madden 13. I'm so sick and tired of that stupid animation. Along with a lot of these animations that are very, very much the same. They just kind of recycle the same animations to where it's not feeling any more realistic than it has the past 7 years. And it definitely should, especially because this game is going to be one of the first releases that comes out on the new generation consoles. You know, the PS5 and the Xbox. What is the Xbox even called? I don't even know what the Xbox is called. I forgot. I want to say Xbox One. Obviously, that's not it. But the thing is that these new generations they should be having high quality animations. They should be able to have some sort of realistic factor. You know, I really like Madden when they did that new engine. It seemed like a good thing, and really the games have been kind of poor since then, which kind of sucks. It's a lot of wasted potential because it really does have a lot of potential. That ragdoll physics, you know, like GTA physics of like, hey, if you get hit, your body's gonna bend that way. You know, I want that kind of physics in my game. You know. If like you know when you get hit by a car in GTA and they hit you on your side and then your side goes in and you see your legs and your arms go out, that should happen if I have a guy like a Ray Lewis on my ultimate team hitting somebody on the side. I should see their body moving that way. In today's Madden, it really doesn't show like that. A lot of times, it looks like somebody's shoving them to the ground. It looks very. I mean, it's an animation. It's literally what it is. It's a pre-written, scripted animation. I want to see something new. I want to see something different. I want to be able to feel more. Like if I hit stick somebody, I don't want to have the same hit sticking animations where not only the same hit stick happens, but they do the same animation after the hit stick. If I hit some dude one more time and then he points at him and laughs, I'm gonna be so mad. It's the same animations have been here for too long. I've said animations too many damn times in the past 3 minutes, but it's one of those things that I really want to be fixed. I want it'll elevate the gamer experience a lot more. I know Madden fans that genuinely like playing this game almost on a daily occurrence, if not more, than they like most days, all the time. You know, like those deep down gamers, not even just the YouTubers, the guys who do it just for the fun. I definitely want to see something like that because they'll be able to recognize it right away, and it'll be something to look at. So I really like that. Number 2, I think that's not even too big of a selling point. But personally, I actually have had a lot of fun with it this year. That's Superstar KO. I used to do Superstar KO Sundays on Twitch, but I'm definitely, when Madden 21 comes out, we're going to be doing a lot more on Twitch and YouTube. It's going to be a better selling point on this channel, so I'm going to be very excited to do all of that. But what we're looking at here for Superstar KO is that they added a game mode this year that has a lot of potential. You know, it's kind of this draft format, but at the same time, it involves Ultimate Team cards. Like, you know, I'm never going to be able to play with Ray Lewis unless I play Ultimate Team, and I'm not a big Ultimate Team guy, you know? So for me, I like playing the Superstar KO mode because I get to draft, you know, T.O., I get to draft Michael Vick or whoever it may be and play in this arcade-style game. It reminds me a lot of NFL Tour. Obviously, NFL Tour is more of an NFL Street game, but when you look at where they're at as a, you know, game, it's a very cool idea. It has a lot of things. You know, get more celebrities in there. Get Drake in there. Get Travis Scott in there. I mean, I don't like him, but get freaking Ninja in there for all I care. You know, just get more pop culture people around into the game. I think it'd be a lot more fun. I think just adding upgrades and updates to it would be a lot better than where it's at. Because I think it was kind of a slap in the face this year, and the reason why I didn't even try it out for such a long time is because this game has been so broken, Madden 20, and like the gameplay is broken, the players are broken. It's just it's not a fun game at the moment. You know, you really have to create your own fun with it, and for them to add a game mode like this, spend all their time and resource in a game mode that is very good, but while the rest of the state of the game is very poor, you know, franchise hasn't really seen any upgrades. There's glitches and stuff in it to this day. I mean, it was definitely a slap in the face, but I do like where the game mode is. I think it's a very fun game mode. I think it has a lot of potential, so I'd like to see it make a return in the next Madden. So if there was something in there, even just a little snippet of Superstar KO, maybe just like a snippet of somebody new, like a Drake or Travis Scott or something like that, that would be in it, I think that would be very cool because I think it was a good idea for them to get people like the Migos and Joey Badass and people into it. So I definitely like that. I think it's going to be fun to do. If they can expand on it, make it maybe a part of something, maybe you can earn better rewards than what you were able to. Maybe you can make it a unlimited run. At this point, you can only go 5 games. Make it as far as you can go. I think that would be a lot more fun to do and have the rewards grow from there. Just something to show that they actually want. If they added Superstar KO this year and then just scrapped it after a year, I think it would just be such a waste of time and effort when they could have been fixing Madden 20 this whole time. So seeing something to keep that going, I think would be very fun. Number 3 I have on here, coordinators. Now, it would be so cool if in the trailer I'm able to see Robert Saleh, or if I'm able to see Jason Garrett on the sideline with Joe Judge, or if I'm able to see, Eric Bieniemy. I'm trying to think of like other coordinators I know off the top of my head. There's a lot of coordinators that, one, are very popular. If you think of the 49ers, you think of Saleh almost as much as you think of Shanahan, which is, it's crazy, but his defense has been so good. Same thing with the Chiefs. Bieniemy and Andy Reid are like 1-1. Jason Garrett's an offensive coordinator now. He's very recognizable. You already have the face scans for Jason Garrett. So it's like the fact that he could be in the game just makes sense. But adding coordinators into the trailer would show that they're probably adding some sort of coaching carousel, some sort of coaching tree type scenario that I would absolutely love to see back in Madden, that we've seen in NCAA and stuff. The reason why it would be such a big deal is because, in playing a franchise, I want to feel like it's a franchise, I really do. And if I went, just right now in my franchise I play offline, I went undefeated and won the Super Bowl, right? There's no reason in hell that my offensive coordinator should still be on my team after this year, because he should be getting a job offer for someone else. We just went undefeated. Same with my defensive coordinator, So it creates a different dynamic, a different difficulty to it. Hey, your offensive coordinator is getting offered a job with the Carolina Panthers. They're signing your offensive coordinator to a 4-year contract. You now need to find another offensive coordinator. Now, I know that if you go into owner mode, you can sign coordinators and you can sign head coaches and fire them and yada, yada, yada. It's not the same. It really isn't. No one plays in owner mode unless you're trying to relocate, and then most of the time you go back to coaching mode, because I think even if you're in owner mode, I don't even think the scenarios pop up. I think it's only for coaching, which is kind of stupid. So it's like I want a way to be able to have all of that, be in charge of my team, not necessarily as an owner, but just as if I'm an owner, I still want those scenarios to pop up. There's a lot of things that franchise could do, and I don't want to make this a franchise rant video. I can make that if you guys want to see it. I can definitely make a franchise rant video, but just for something I could see in a trailer, if I see Robert Saleh or Bieniemy or Jason Garrett or somebody that's an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, for all I care, just somebody other than the head coach on the sideline, that would be awesome to see, because then it's like, okay, they're doing stuff to get the rights to these people and put them in the game, which would be a lot more fun. Because then after a year, if I'm a coach of the New York Jets, I'm firing Adam Gase, and I'll hire an Eric Bieniemy or a Robert Saleh or somebody to take over that job, and then I can have them with their face scan and everything there. I don't have to make a brand new coach and make Robert Saleh as a fake coach, where you can't make that dude's body. He is absolutely jacked. You can't replicate him in the Madden thing. So I like where they could go with this. I think it's not a hard fix for them to do, but I would love to see that in the trailer, because it would do a very big thing for us as a franchise community and just as a NFL community. What are we on? 4, 5, whatever number we're on. I'm stopping numbering them. I got 2 more. Is all I know. A career mode, a real career mode. I feel like if they're gonna do some sort of reveal, they're gonna be doing something on it. They've had this QB1 or whatever it is, face of the franchise, whatever, long shot, whatever you want to call it, for these past 3 years now, and it has not been good. Long shot was a pretty dumb thing. It was a lot more story than it was gameplay, and really after you did the story, it wasn't worth going back to. And then you go into where we're at now with face of the franchise. Getting the college rights were cool, and they kind of tickle you with every single little bit of information that they give. Hey, look, Clemson's in the game. Hey, look, LSU's in the, they do all these things, but then it never amounts to anything. To where, one, it'd be cool to make those teams playable, but also going into it, I want to be able to take any player, put them in this college scenario, do it kind of like NCAA did, where if you remember NCAA, you played a year of high school before you went to college. Make me do a college football season. Even if you have only the 8 teams or however many teams are in the game right now, have me face all of them however many times. If my team makes it to the playoffs, it should help or hurt my draft stock. And then go into the NFL. And I'd love to, because my career, I'd feel like a whole career. I'd play a year of college. Maybe I won the Heisman, and I go into there as I'm a running back or something like that. I get drafted in the top 20 or whatever. I get drafted my team, then I play for my team. And I think just being able to do a lot more in career mode would be a lot better than where we're at now, because right now as a player in career mode, you really don't have options. You could add so many things to a career mode. You could add contract holdouts. You can add different decisions. Make it like my career if you want. And I think that would be a very good thing for you to do. I mean, if you made it like my career, you don't have to make it as intricate as my career is, because my career is like a whole separate game from 2K at this point, how insanely immaculate it is. But they have a storyline that goes along with it. When you're playing a game, you're still in that story. You're not away from it. They have the announcers talk to you after the game or do halftime interviews and stuff like that, to where it still feels like you're in a career. Now in Madden, after you get out of college, there's no cutscenes, there's nothing like that. It's literally just like playing Madden and creating a player. Why would I want to be locked down to my quarterback if I can just go into franchise and create a guy and put him in there? There's different things that you can be able to do in franchise that I think the possibilities are endless. When you've already had a career mode like an NCAA, add some cutscenes to it. Even if you don't add some cutscenes to it, I'd be so happy just playing through the college season at any position and then going into the NFL at that position and being able to do that. I mean, career mode was so fun in NCAA that I'd love to see it here in Madden. I think it would be good for not only Madden, the community, but YouTubers as well, content creators. I mean, this is something that they could definitely use, and it's going to expand the horizon for a lot of players who like that kind of storytelling game mode, that RPG game mode. That's kind of what you're able to get from this. It doesn't have to be this big. It really doesn't. But something in the release or trailer, whatever this thing we're getting on the 1st, would just be huge to see something that's positive for career mode and not going to just absolutely disappoint us and make us not play it after our first playthrough. I mean, I know people who haven't even touched QB1 because it's just so stupid, and I can't blame them, And the very last thing that I have on my list here, it's a very simple one. Anything, and I mean anything, about franchise. Now, we've talked about it a little bit in this video, and I didn't mean to get on a little mini rant for it, but if they mention anything about franchise, any improvement, anything added to it, anything taken away from it even, just mentioning franchises in the trailer, in this little thing, would be so perfect for me, just because it shows that, hey, they actually are showing a little bit of care. We know that Madden is more about Ultimate Team and draft champs and all these different game modes where they can use microtransactions. And I get it, right? Do I hate it? Of course. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. But they want to make as much money as they can. They're a business. I understand why you would want to put all your resources into the place where you're going to make the most money, because they can purchase more things with more of their money. You're able to get thousands and thousands of dollars from a lot of content creators due to this. And when you look at it compared to the average Joes, they're not really able to spend that money. Sometimes you buy the better version to get some packs at the beginning, but overall you're not really able to buy those extra points, those extra Madden points and stuff like that. So something to a franchise mode, which is an offline mode. You can play it online with your friends, which I'm really looking forward to doing hopefully this year, because I've heard it might even be crossplay. So if I'm able to do that, that would be perfect as well. If they do mention crossplay, I didn't put that on here because I kind of forgot about it, I'm not going to lie, but crossplay would be a huge addition to Madden. I would love for that to happen. Play with my friends on Xbox, get a connected franchise with my friends on Xbox, whatever it is. But if they say anything about franchise, maybe whether it's the scenario engine, showing more things to the scenario engine, whether it's involving the career mode going into a franchise, whether it's showing AI improvements or slider improvements or whatever the possibilities are, like I said, the coaching tree, I mean, they're able to say literally anything about franchise, and I'd be excited, because it just shows that, hey, they're at least mentioning it. They're at least showing praise to this community, who I think is arguably probably as big as the Ultimate Team community. I think a lot of people in the franchise community like that rebuilding type aspect, like playing those fantasy draft aspects more than they do Ultimate Team. And it's because Ultimate Team is such a grind, and if you don't want to spend money on it, you have to spend an immaculate amount of time to get your team good. I know I stopped playing Ultimate Team probably a month into the game. I haven't touched it since then. I was going to do a video where I actually went back into Ultimate Team and tried to play a game, and I haven't even done it yet. But my team probably wouldn't even come close to doing anything. But I think if they mention anything about franchise, they talk something about it, it would definitely be a good nod to the community that has grown exponentially was the word I was looking for. I don't know why I said expansion, but has grown exponentially over the past few years into this rebuilding type with the draft classes, etc. So being able to, I mean, even just I'm spitballing now. Like I said, I'm not really having anything written down. It's all kind of coming off the top of the head. if they have the rights to these college teams in there, let me go watch a college game or something, Let me go scout, hey, I have this running back that's at LSU, and he's I'm looking at him as a first rounder. Let me go see some tape of him and play some stupid pre-made tape, Will it get old after a couple months? Yeah, maybe you can update it then, but just something cool would be good, like some sort of scouting, able to use that, show different things. I mean, show that the records are back, with the teams. Okay, so like, oh, Kyle Juszczyk last year got this for San Francisco. Well, those stats are in Madden. It's not just nothing there. I want to see past stats and stuff like that. I want to see all these different things because that would just be very fun to do. So if they mention anything about franchise, I'd be definitely grateful. I'd be very happy with that. But that is pretty much going to be it for me. June 1st is a week away, so I'm not really too ecstatic. I'm not really too pumped, because it's only a week away. I'm not like, oh man, this is gonna take a while. I can't wait. No, it's gonna be fun to see. I'm excited to see what they're bringing to the table, because that small snippet that we got, yes, the diving animation was cool on the pylon, but it was still, other than that half second that we saw him dive, Mahomes diving on the pylon, the trailer was stupid. I hated the animation. I hated the juke, everything like that. So it's like, I'm excited for this, but I'm optimistic. I hate being optimistic about Madden. I'm gonna purchase it every year. It's a driving part of my channel as well. But we'll see what actually happens this year. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like on it, as it does help me out a lot. Of course, like I said, please be sure to subscribe if you are new, as we'll be reacting to whatever it is that comes on June 1st. And having a video out on that as well. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about my topics, what things that you want to see in Madden 21 as well, some maybe in the actual game or in the release trailer, whatever this thing is that we're getting on the 1st. Let me know what you want in that, as well as let me know what you guys think. Like, what is Madden right now to you? Do you play it? Do you not? Are you staying away from it? Are you going to buy it? Different things that we can do as well. And also, just let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos you want more about this, because I have a lot of thoughts on Madden. I have a lot of different stuff we could do on it. So let me know what kind of content you guys want to see, and I could definitely put it out. I'm not opposed to it. We all have time on our hands right now. I'm pretty much just going to my normal job and sitting home other than that. So like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, just refresh the page, check it out again, and let me know what you think the second time. And without further ado, that is going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.